Somewhere in the universe, the goddess Antawas created a world from a single jewel.
What?
She created the earth, water, sky, and air.
Oh.
And 2 humans from a red jewel and a green jewel.
Oh, okay.
The evil god Gerardo stole her creation. The world to suit his wicked tastes, but Lita and Astal resisted. So Gerardo made his own human, Geist, and told him to destroy Lita. Geist took Lita to the bottom of the sea. Astal pursued them in a rage. In his desperation to rescue Lita, Astal cracked the bottom of the ocean.
What's going on with this opening? It's pretty and all, but I feel like they're telling me the story for a game that doesn't exist.
Astal had done, she banished him. But Lita took pity on Astal and gave him her jewel.
Introductions are supposed to get you pumped for the rest of the game, but then this one goes on so long it wraps itself up. What am I looking forward to now? I lost. Talk about overkill.
And Antawas slept again.
So, this is Astal for the Sega Saturn. It's a well-animated action platformer that won't load. Man, just when I thought I'd get to review a fun game, reality goes and presents me a failure-powered cockslap. Ugh. Let's try something different. Starfighter for the Sega Saturn is a shitty game that happens to boot up quickly and without a hiccup. Of course it does.
We are FedNet. The year is 3037.
Oh, great. Another intro. No, I don't care. I love these things. Yeah, fine. No, show me more. I want to know all about this world where spaceships blow each other up.
This is a simulation run to provide test data for the Starfighter project.
It's fascinating.
Part of the FedNet Ultimate Expansion Program.
I don't want to blow things up in my spaceship. I just want to know why it's happening.
All tactical and operational aspects of your performance in the combat zones will be monitored for future analysis and development purposes.
I don't care! I got more exciting speeches from my high school principal. Why is this guy talking? I've had this game in my collection for a very long time, and I'm not sure I have ever been able to force myself through this whole intro. Why should I care about any of this? So you have a boring organization that happens to make spaceships. Okay, you're Intergalactic Honda. What are we fighting? Am I gonna blow stuff up? Am I the good guy? Am I the bad guy? Am I the rebel? Am I with the Empire? Come on, give me something here, because this is not that original. I can tell just by looking at it. Well, spoiler alert, Principal Space here isn't gonna talk about any of that.
This is the FedNet command and control vehicle, the mothership.
He's still going on about nothing. I don't understand who they expected to care about this.
Rookies, start here.
The intel screen is just as bad. I'm not sure they could have come up with a better combination of ugly and boring. I can't say I was expecting to be blown away. It is the intel screen after all.
Welcome, pilot, to the first of many testing simulations.
Oh, and this asshole is talking again.
You have been allocated a Predator Mark IV in training colors.
Oh, gameplay. Thought I'd be stuck in space limbo for eternity. Well, not that it's anything worth waiting for. As you can see, it ain't too pretty. But it's a Sega Saturn game, so I can confirm that this is actually fairly good 3D for the console it's on. And it is pretty cool how your lasers can actually change the landscape. That's a lot more than I would have expected. Not exactly useful, but it's fun. You know, it's something to see in a world with not a whole lot to see. Water's kind of weird though, and it keeps doing it even when the game is paused. I don't know how that works. The graphics aren't offensive, but it feels like the world is covered in this perpetual fog. It's like Planet Seattle. Now, what is offensive are these controls. This is awful. I can barely even make my ship fly in a straight line. Oh man. Turning with any kind of precision is out of the question. And you better not come in hoping to do any barrel rolls, because you pull any of that action hero shit, and you're going to be introduced to a nice piece of geography. Because I've played this game before, I'm not shocked by the total lack of action, or basically anything happening. It takes a few levels before they introduce real enemies. So for now, I know my main interest is recklessly terrorizing buildings, or any given piece of architecture, in the hopes of floating, color-coded gems. I guess that's a thing that happens in the future. Sure, why not? Certain combinations of these gems enhance the attributes of the ship, from increased firepower to better flight controls, better shields. Flight controls especially, as you've seen, kind of important. And when you do reach the later stages where things start firing back at you, being able to fly in a straight line advocates not dying. Of course, maneuvering with enough precision to collect gems is a nightmare, and they expect you to do a lot of it. As if the controls weren't enough of an obstacle, the gems disappear just a few seconds after you see them, so you've really got to book it to collect them. You're going really quick to try and accomplish this, and it makes you just that much more likely to collide with shit in the process. You have multiple lives per stage, so you have more than one chance to complete a level. That's good, that's helpful. That's just basic, that's how it should be. But just one death sets all of your leveled up stuff back to zero. Your lasers, back to zero. Your shields, back to zero. Your controls, oh, you know it, back to zero. As you saw earlier, that happened. And I still don't know if this is an enemy planet, or I'm becoming an enemy of my own government, blowing up all our own shit. Yeah, this could be my hometown for all I know. It blows my mind how the game could spend so much time on exposition during the introduction, yet I still have no clue what I'm really doing. It's like if Castlevania opened with a history lesson on the Crusades, with no mention of Dracula, and no mention of castles. The only real goal and purpose of this level is to get your bearing on the controls, the game world, and then successfully dock on your wandering mothership. You have to do this at the end of every level. I don't even want to get started on how many times I remember failing a would-be completed mission because I screwed up the docking. Just the thought of it makes me want to blow shit up. You know, I think we need some of that. Pew pew!